Let's move on to the CAG bag. We made it. At Peter Muniz writes in and asks, what's everyone's most anticipated game for launch window and or 2021? I got to think it's Cyberpunk for me, but I haven't really bought into any hype or I watched like a couple of videos. That's about it. Like
For me, it was Assassin's Creed, and now I have it. So
your dreams are being powered,
I know all my dreams came true, and I don't know how to handle it.
right? Except for the Xbox coming,
Yeah, well, these things happen.
right?
I'm looking forward to Spider-Man.
You are.
I know it's only like an 8-hour game, but
You do like Spider-Man.
I do like Spider-Man quite a
know.
bit. I really enjoy the Spider-Man, and also it's one that I feel comfortable playing around my kids as well because
Right.
they like.
Now, did
watching
you
that as
get
well.
the super version with the remastered Spider-Man?
No, I'm never gonna play that Spider-Man again.
I was say, did you ever play the DLC on that on that one?
I don't think I finished all the DLC, but yes,
Okay.
I played quite a bit of the DLC.
I wasn't sure. I was gonna say because that would be a reason to get the big version, but never mind.
Well, now that I think they announced that originally when they announced it, they said that you couldn't carry over saves. I think.
Yeah, and then they said today that they're gonna patch that in later.
Yeah, they should have announced that sooner, and then they might have had a sale for me. But going back and replaying that game from the beginning is not something that I'm interested in.
Nope.
Love the game, just not going to go replay it.
Mm-hmm.
What, Spider-Man?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I think you can bring your file into it, no?
Now you
Not
can.
yet.
Right.
They announced that they're going to make a patch for it, but they
Right,
just
right.
announced that like this week.
Right. Well, that makes sense. Have to. Like, it's gonna
Well,
fucking
they
replay that whole
didn't.
thing.
I don't think that they thought it made sense originally.
I know that's weird to me, but okay. What else we got in the cabinet? Hold on, I got some here from the chat. This one we answered. Okay, here we go. This is from Dr. Monster. He wants to know if you're playing a game and you get to a point where you're stuck. When you think about going back to the game, do you ever just never go back to it and move on to something else? And if there's a game that you got stuck doing that with, what game was that?
I'm sure that's happened in my lifetime.
That one of the Gears of War games, I got to the boss and it was too annoying and I just didn't play it. 3, 4. What are we on now? 5?
Yes.
4. No, I don't know. It was a big thing at the end. I didn't like
We're
it.
on 5, but there's been at least 6.
Right.
Of
It's one of
them.
those things. And I'm trying to think.
And tactics.
Right. There's a lot. Yeah, I mean, these days, though, I don't know if that happens so much anymore. I don't think that's happened for a while. But Bayonetta, I stopped playing for like several months. And then I went back and finished it. The stupid missile scene, the missile stage.
That final boss fight in Spider-Man for the Sega Genesis. That's a pain in the ass.
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one. With the timers, if you don't
Right.
do it in time, and everything blows up. So
Right.
it's not even about fighting; it's about fighting in time.
Right.
I was not a fan of that.
Right.
I don't think I ever.
They should
finished
improve
that.
on that at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if only they could improve on Spider-Man for the Sega Genesis.
Right.
Now, are you talking about Spider-Man or for the Sega Genesis, or are you talking about Spider-Man for the Sega Genesis?
Spider-Man.
Okay.
Spider-Man, I believe that's the one I'm talking about.
They had 2 games, I think, that were called Spider-Man on
Yeah.
Sega Genesis.
Mm-hmm. So
Oh,
the first one.
The first one, yeah. The first one was not as good as the second one. I can't think of anything recently that I've had a problem where I'm just like, okay, that's enough for this game.
These days, like if you have a problem, you can do research and
You just
really
you
find
either
out.
just figure it out, do research, or you just a lot of games just like, okay, maybe I bump it down a difficulty level here.
Back in the Genesis games, you were SOL. You couldn't do it. You didn't have the skill to do it. And you didn't have a friend who knew how to do it.
Right.
And you didn't have money to call the tip hotline. You might have to stop playing for a while.